Carly, can you put your headphones in?
I ain't got them.
Right, well, if you're going to listen to the music, let's close the door.
I don't want the door closed.
But you've got to think about all the other mums.
What else am I going to do if I can't listen to music?
Well, how about little read?
I've read it.
Hey, Portia, let me tell you.
What's she doing in here?
I've been told I'm staying in here.
No, you're not.
Nice.
If this was the Layfield, I would have had my own room.
What's a Layfield?
That is the private maternity hospital.
So why aren't you in there then?
Because, Carly, we have much better biscuits here at St. Phil's. Sadly, we don't have the resources for everyone to have their own room, though.
Typical NHS.
Listen, you're both 41 weeks, you're both here to be induced, so, apologies that you have to share, but let's try and make the best of it, shall we?
Like how?
Like just trying to get along.
Where were you? You left your phone. You couldn't go to a call box and call me. You couldn't tell me where you were, how you... Have you got any idea what it was like not knowing where you were, how you were, if you were hurting, if you were dead?
I'm sorry.
Lynn Driver told me about an RTC. Was that it? Was what happened to that poor man? You could have told me that you couldn't manage, that you had to walk away. You could have told me.
What would I have told you?
Everything! Everything! Marnie, the accident. Oh.
Aisha.
Rob turned up at Valerie's this morning.
Oh, thank goodness.
Know why he ran away? Because he's got PTSD. He's got PTSD and he shouldn't have been anywhere near the station the night my mum died.
Well, how do you know he's got post-traumatic?
Because I could see it. I could see it this morning.
It's not that easy to diagnose.
No? The flashbacks, the gaps in memory? I heard him telling you in the park. You knew and you covered for him. That's why the coroner said you were lying.
The coroner did not say that I lied.
As good as. You lied to protect Rob and you knew damn well he wasn't fit to be on duty. He shouldn't have been there. With my mum. You, his mates. You all must have known about it, and did anybody say anything? No. Because you were covering. You were covering your backs and covering his.
It's not the sort of thing you want to admit to yourself.
Admit what?
That you can't manage?
Nobody can manage all the time.
I'm supposed to, aren't I? Because I'm a police officer, I'm man of the house, I'm head of the family.
You're the only one who can do responsibility.
You didn't say that.
You said that I wasn't fit to look after Marnie.
All those things I said about you, I was talking about myself. I said that you couldn't look after her. No, it was me that couldn't look after her. I said you'd put Marnie in danger. No, that was me. It was me that lost her in the park. This is all my fault, all of it. All of this is my fault. I've spoiled everything. Man of the house. What kind of joke is that? Man of the house? No, you know what? You were right to leave. You were. You were right to walk out. You were right to walk out of the house.
Clearly
because why would you want me? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Why? What have I ever done? What have I ever done right?
I'm not going to do this now. Because you need to rest. Driver's coming over.
Why?
Because she's concerned about you. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Come and lie down.
Hey,
What?
can you turn that off?
Why?
It's really distracting.
I didn't ask for you to be in here.
Well, I didn't ask to be in here.
Portia, get named after a car or what?
It's a character in The Merchant of Venice. Shakespeare.
So how come you ended up being called that then?
My mum played her at school. Lethbridge Girls.
Oh, she went to that posh one.
So did I.
You had to wear one of them straw hats.
Yes.
We used to rip them off when they were stood at the bus stop.
Childish.
Yeah, well, we was like children.
Everybody happy?
Yeah. Fascinating company.
Portia, I need to take you down for your scan.
Yeah, see if it's like a lizard, baby. You never know what might come busting out of her stomach.
Glad to get out of here.
Yeah, well, don't hurry back.
Nurse Lee,
Don't worry, I'll start afternoon prep.
you will do no such thing.
Sorry.
Dr. Reed told me of the events this morning.
Right, and what's her version of events?
She told me that you were angry and upset.
How does she expect me to be after what she's done?
I know that you have gone through a very upsetting time, and I can see that you desperately need to rest.
I can't.
You can and you must. That is why I am sending you home.
I've got a load of patients this afternoon.
Nurse Verma has said that she will cover in an emergency.
Is this an emergency?
I think this is imperative. I think it is imperative that we give you time to rest and recuperate.
Thank you. I think I just needed somebody to tell me that.
Well, I am glad that I could do that. Now,
I'm going.
Her bark's actually worse than a bite.
She's horrible.
Well, you're being a bit quick to judge, aren't you?
Well, look at the type she is.
What type's that?
You know.
Well, I don't actually. I know that she works and does her best to look after 2 kids on her own.
So this is her third. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Now, Nikki's notes say that you're not in touch with the dad anymore.
It was a one-night stand. He was visiting a friend at uni. I called and wrote. Never heard anything.
Oh. What about your folks?
Dad doesn't want to speak to me. He still sends me money. I spoke to Mum, but she won't go against my father. And I left it too late for an abortion. I'm scared.
Well, that's natural, especially as a first-time mom.
I'm scared about him being breech.
I know you are. We've tried to turn him, but I think he's just too comfortable sitting bottom down. Let's see what the scans show, and if he doesn't flip himself, we've got things in place, haven't we?
Caesarean.
We're going to look after you both. That's what we do here. Okay?
So how is he?
Well, I sent him to bed. He seemed to be sleeping last I looked.
Probably needs to.
Aisha seems to think that he's got PTSD.
Whose diagnosis?
Aisha Lee, Nurse Lee.
Not a doctor.
No, but I can see it now. And after talking to you about the accident...
It was a bad one. Really bad.
And Aisha's mum, he thinks that he's to blame.
What? But the coroner and the IPCC?
I know, it doesn't make any difference.
Well, let's see if I can.
So what? You're not going to give birth?
Yes, by caesarean.
That's not the same.
He's still being born.
You just can't be bothered to push.
He's breech.
Yeah, so is my second. I still got him out.
And which one was that, Curtis or Brandon?
How do you know my kids' names?
You've got them tattooed on your arms.
And who says you could look?
If you didn't want people to look, why did you get them inked onto your skin?
Because it's for me.
So this is going to be their brother.
Half-brother.
It's a different father.
You think I'm putting it about?
No.
Yeah, you do. Well, the first 2, I was with their dad from when I was 15. We split up. Have you ever split up with anyone, Fancy Knickers?
I...
So where's your man then? 'Cause don't see anyone coming in here bringing you flowers.
That's none of your business.
Then why's my business? Business of yours? Hit a sore spot, did I? What happened? He had his fun and ran away. Oh, don't tell me he was your first. At least my man still wants to be with me.
Rob?
Boss?
Sorry. Didn't want to wake you.
Oh, but you thought you would.
Do you know the resources we've deployed looking for you? I don't begrudge it, but a little telephone call would have saved an awful lot of time and money.
I didn't have my phone.
How are you?
I'm not good.
I never thought it'd be you doing something like this.
Me neither. I suppose you could say that I've been...
Well, I think the Yorkshire term you're searching for is reet daft. You've been foolish, irresponsible.
Don't forget negligent.
Negligent of what?
My job. My duty.
No. I think it's more like you've been negligent of yourself.
No, I've been irresponsible. I should have been more careful, but... I wanted to tell you sooner. I was thinking about an abortion, but I didn't know if that would be wrong, and... I wish we could have talked. The baby's still breech, and it's going to be a cesarean, but... I'm scared, Mum. I'm really scared. Can you come in? Could you just come in and be with me? Please.
You shouldn't have been working the night of Brenley's death.
I know.
And you should have come forward before, said you were struggling.
I thought I could get through it.
Yeah, well, sometimes getting through it means telling someone.
Yeah. Which is why I'm going to put my hand up now.
For what?
To take responsibility for Bren's death.
I read the reports of what happened, watched the CCTV.
Well, then you know.
I do know. That you were not responsible.
Well...
Are you doubting my professional assessment?
No, of course not,
No, but you don't believe it?
There is every possibility that she died because of me.
No. And listen to what I am saying. It could have been anyone there that night, any officer, and the outcome would have been the same.
But...
Brenda Lee did not die because of something you did or didn't do. The coroner and the IPCC lay no blame on you, and neither do I. Whether you should actually have been working that night at all is a separate issue, and we'll look into it. But for now, your duty to yourself and to us is to rest and get better, okay?
Boss.
Good. So make sure you do.
Thanks.
It's me. I didn't mean to ever go, I just... It's our baby, and I just want to...
I'll see that he's granted medical leave.
For the PTSD?
Yeah, we'll need a formal diagnosis.
But you agree that's what it is?
When I was a probationer, there was an area car driver. 20 years on the job. Real charmer. Thought he was a cross between super cop James Hunt. Got a shout one day to a fatal accident. A young girl, pregnant. Thought he could never go on patrol again. But we got him back, and we'll get Rob back.
Back to the job or back to himself?
Both.
Amy, hi. Yeah? No, just relax. Your dad's back. He's fine. He's resting. No, I don't want you to rush up. I've already spoken to Jack. Listen, I'm going to call you back later. Bye now.
She didn't sack me.
Well, that's good. You hungry?
I suppose.
I got some soup. Heston called he'd like to pop by.
I don't think I want a doctor prodding me around.
He just wants to see how you are. I'll tell him that's all right, shall I?
So that's why Rob ran away?
When I rang, Karen said the DCI driver had been, and she's not blaming him.
For going off?
For Bren's death. But Rob thinks it's all his fault.
Yeah, well, Rob would look to take responsibility.
Yeah, well, maybe the responsibility lies with me.
Look, I know what Aisha's been saying. Emma, it was a cardiac arrest. Even the coroner himself said that it would have been impossible to anticipate.
Yes, but at the IPCC hearing, they said...
They didn't accuse you of anything. And Rob hasn't been formally diagnosed with PTSD.
No, but there were signs, and maybe I should have...
You could have talked to him all day and he still wouldn't have admitted anything.
He did tell me about a dissociative moment. Come in.
Just getting up to speed on Rob. I don't think you are responsible.
I had a duty of care towards Bren.
Okay, you're saying that Driver is not blaming Rob for Bren's death.
No.
Therefore, it would be illogical for you to blame yourself.
Easy to say.
Look, Rob is a proud and taciturn individual. Even when Karen was ill, there was no way he was going to show he wasn't coping. Hopefully, Driver's comments will have helped.
Will you give him our love?
I will.
Collie? Collie? Help! Help! Help me, please!
I need some help in here! Portia, you get up. How long's she been like that?
I don't know, I just came in and found her.
Okay, patient Carly, 21 years old, 41 weeks pregnant, unconscious, I don't know how long for. Okay.
I didn't see her when I came in,
It's all right. It's okay, you did really well. Okay. Yeah. Portia, you need to come with me now, okay? All right, come on.
Come in.
Want to see me?
Yes.
My last two consultations were no-show, sir.
Well, if I knew what that meant to us in monetary terms.
I thought money wasn't a consideration.
Unfortunately, money does figure in discussions of wider issues. That is why I have asked to speak to you. Come in.
Partners meeting?
In a manner. Would you mind closing the door, please?
Okay.
You try not to worry.
I wish my mum was here.
I know, but I'm going to be with you all the way.
Have you heard anything about Carly? Her baby, will he...
He's probably a fighter, just like his mum. Now, come on. I think your baby feels like he's been in there long enough.
So Aisha is a matter of concern.
Well, she has been through a really tough time.
Oh, indeed. But it is important that we look at her response and her actions.
Manufacturing a complaint against the practice.
On behalf of a patient?
Okay, well, encouraging them, though, when the complaint was negligible.
Well, negligible is a moot point.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
But what we can say is that her behaviour towards her colleagues has been... well, it has been hostile. Not least towards Dr. Reed.
Yeah, that's been unwarranted.
But Dr. Reed's involvement in this matter is also something we must consider.
Like what?
Even though she received only a certain admonishment at the IPCC inquiry, that only came about because there were doubts about her actions.
Well, yeah, but...
Dr. Reed herself feels some culpability, does she not? Look, my point is, with all of these factors, there are going to be further repercussions for the practice.
Such as?
The perception of our competence amongst our patients and the wider community.
So, where does that leave us?
So what I am trying to say is that there are going to be further complications, and we should not rule out any options, including the combination of our staff.
Emma?
You know, I was thinking more of the position of Nestle.
Has Rob managed to get some rest?
Probably needs a lot more.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm glad that he's back and I'm glad that he's safe.
It's very hard for both of you.
Yeah. Aisha thinks that he has PTSD. I don't know why I didn't see he was suffering.
Sometimes it's hardest to see things in people we're closest to.
I just want my Rob back.
I don't get it. I don't understand why it happened with this one, you know? I've seen so many things over the years. So many accidents, suicides, murders. And I mean bad ones. So I don't understand why this one has hit me so hard.
There's something particularly primal about a decapitation. The head is where we think, and our face shows our emotions, so it's shocking, and who knows when something will be triggered, like that time I hit that guy with a cricket bat. That wasn't my normal behavior. And this isn't yours.
What, like being inadequate and incompetent?
That's not what DCI Driver thinks.
Yeah, well, in my book, you are responsible for your own actions. Or lack of them.
But not events. You were overtaken by events.
Hey, got someone who wants to see you.
I'm sorry I was such a cow.
I wasn't exactly nice.
Ended up having cesarean. I was too weak to push him out.
He wasn't weak though, was he, with his lungs?
Listen to me. Voice like a foghorn. What have you called him?
Harry.
Harry. It's a nice name. Suits him.
What did you call your little boy?
Didn't have a name ready. That's how dumb I am.
You're not dumb.
I don't know what to suit him. He's got dark eyes and really dark hair.
If I hadn't called mine Harry, I was thinking of Antonio.
Why Antonio?
He's a character in The Merchant of Venice. Portia saves his life.
You saved me.
No.
You did. Doctor said so. The cut on my head wasn't much, but I stopped breathing. If you hadn't seen me, Antonio's Italian, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, by origin.
My granddad was Italian. Would you mind if I call my son it?
I think that would be lovely.
Well, welcome to the world, Harry and Antonio. Look at you.
I've just got one more question. Where'd you get your bag?
I'm angry with myself.
Why?
For not being able to cope, for not being able to face up to things, for allowing 2 people to die.
You think you should have saved Aisha's mum and the man in the car?
I should have persuaded the man in the accident to get out of the car, OK? He did flatly refuse to leave her, but I should have persuaded him. But if I would have dragged him out of the car, then he would still be alive.
Sounds like it was his decision, not yours. There was nothing more you could do. You were overtaken by events.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have been.
Maybe you should talk to someone. That's what I thought. But eventually I did. And it helped.
A shrink.
You need to rest and recuperate. Mind as well as body. Or do you want to stay like this?
And the kindness generator has been particularly good to me today.
We're dying to have you and Daniel around for dinner. I just had no idea we had so much in common.
Tonight? Look, it's 2 o'clock, OK? We're not going to find a babysitter for tonight.
How hard can it be?
I can see why you'd want to rip his clothes off in the park. If he was mine, I'd be at it all the time.